Anyways,
Well, have you seen the weather lately?
that's what I was about to ask you. Yeah, it's very dreary. Did it feel eerie outside? You know how it gets that eerie feeling when it's gonna start?
No, to me, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe earlier this week, I don't know. Like when Wednesday, and when it's Wednesday or Thursday, and people are already talking about a storm on Saturday and prepared for it, and I don't know.
Like last weekend they started. Yeah, so makes me nervous.
The Span Man says it.
Span Man.
Get ready. No.
What was it Rick and Bubba used to say? What a man, what a man. What a mighty James Spann. Is that what it was? Yeah.
Are we the new Rick and Bubba?
Oh, we're the new Rick and Bubba.
I'm kidding. But no, I mean, it didn't feel eerie out to me. But I mean, it came a thunderstorm last night. But I'm a believer that you can just have a thunderstorm and it just be a thunderstorm. So
last night didn't get bad.
I get weather awareness. I'm all for weather awareness, but I also think there's a hypersensitivity to it as well too. So not to scare people. I mean, my wife likes to be weather aware. Super. 3 different way 31, 19, and 48. Seriously, they all update her on her phone. But we know, we know what's going on.
Me too. I get all the updates.
Do you think the updates help you, or do you think they make you worried?
No, me and Callie were talking about this yesterday or the day before. I don't get worried I don't start panicking until I can hear the storm.
You do realize our Paul Bubba said to never hit the panic button, so you should never panic.
Do you know, though, when he first ever said that to me is when he was letting us drive the little car down, the aerodrome car down on the Chicken House Road. Yeah. And he said, now don't hit the panic button. And I literally thought there was a button on it that said panic. And anyway. Did
you start looking for it? You're like, hold on. I'm not going to hit it. I just want to know where it is. Just in case. We all learned to drive on that car. It's like a Ford Pinto or something like that. But seriously, like, I don't know how old we were, 11, 12. I don't know. I mean, it was before 15 for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But we all know how to drive when we took our tests and stuff.
Oh, yeah. But, and remember when he would take us to, where was it, Gerald? Where would we go?
To the chickens, and get those.
And get the burger. Mm-hmm. What's the place?
I'm trying to think. I don't know if it was in Geraldine.
I can't remember the place. But this was like the best hamburger ever. But then when we were pulling off, it was always at that same intersection. He'd say, tell me something.
Yeah. You don't remember that story? Look, I'm going to get back to storms and the weather awareness. But you don't remember the story with Pablo and Aunt Rhonda about,
oh, yes.
Tell me something. Or is it clear? And she was like, or is he? No, I think she said, they were coming from it, pulling out at an intersection one time when my Aunt Rhonda was a kid and my grandfather. Anyways, and he asked if it was clear. And she said, yeah, nothing's coming. And he started to go. And then about the time she said, but an 18-wheeler. And about had her. So look both ways before you know.
And don't go by the person in there.
Yeah, always. Yeah, there you go.
I remember the first time he ever did it to me, and I said, I love you, and it's clear. And he said, I love you. He said, but you're supposed to say, it's clear, and I love you.
Say it the way I want you to, okay? So let's start over. Is it clear?
Do you remember that time that Callie was driving? She was 15, and your daddy was in the passenger seat. Me and you were in the back pulling out from Shell. And there was an 18-wheeler coming, and you were like, go. And she went.
I couldn't see that. I can't believe you remember that. I actually do remember that.
You can't believe I remember.
Yeah, that's true. I just didn't know if it was that big of a memory, but that's one of those that I actually do remember. We were in the rodeo.
Your daddy was like, pull over. You don't ever listen to anybody in the car. And he made her get out.
Oh, you should have seen what happened to me when I got home. I'm just kidding. I'm playing. I don't even remember if I got in trouble anything other than in the car, but I do remember telling her to go because all I could see was the inside lane or the outside lane. I couldn't see the inside.
And there was a car right on the other side of it flying. Oh my gosh. Anyways.
Yeah, don't listen to the person that's not even 15 yet telling you what to do. Why don't you go? Why don't you go already? It's clear. I promise you. I love you. It's clear. I mean, it's clear. I love you. Daddy, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it right. Oh. And no, I'm not playing football this year. Why I'm breaking bad news?
Oh my gosh.
See, and look, back to weather awareness. Look how nice it is outside. I mean, it's not, the wind's not blowing. It's not raining.
I mean, not yet.
Compared, you know what I'm saying? The sun's not shining.
But speaking of weather, do you not, like, seriously, some of the best times were in the storm pit at Papa's.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can remember thinking, if my dad was like, okay, if he told Mom, let's load up and go to your daddy's, like,
get the pillows. Let's go to the storm shelter.
I knew that it was because my dad, he's the type that stands out there and watches it, whatever. I think all of our dads are like that. Uncle Philip and your dad and
I can get lost on that too, but go ahead.
Anyways, Clay's bitter about weather. Anyways.
No, let me say this real quick then. Most people that know me close enough know that I obviously hate snakes big time. They scare me. Mm-hmm. Spiders, big time.
If you want to find the video of watching him getting scared with the snakes.
Oh. I'm still recording.
Are you still recording?
Yeah, okay.
What a pun!
Let me see that reaction. God, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that 10-footer cut. What are you doing? Like, we know.
Cause snake. Cut snake.
But weather just doesn't get me. But now it scares the far out of my wife. I mean, she's scared enough for both of us. And not scared, but just she likes to be aware. It's for our safety. It's all in good,
Yeah.
But I mean, the weather doesn't scare me. So I would be right there watching with Uncle Ken. That's what I was saying. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what it was. So I knew if
story. You remember going to the shelter and watching your dad watch the story. That's the whole story.
No, I was going to say, I know that it was bad enough if we did that. And so, but do you remember, like, I can remember lots of things, but about that, what I can remember is being down in there, and there were so many of us, like, in it, and we had, like, a pee bucket. And like I remember potted meat, I guess, because like you could open the.
If anybody is watching this from like north of Kentucky, they're like, I don't even understand what's going on here. Pea bucket, potted meat.
Hey, you can have a lot of fun with pea buckets and potted meat.
Oh my goodness!
I feel like our family turned anything into like a good time,
sure.
though, a fun time for sure.
Definitely. There's pea bucket, potted meat, and then probably, like I said, the parents made it fun too. If my dad was there, I'll say it that way. If my dad was there, there was a bush light in his hand for sure. So that's
Lord.
why he made anything. But I'm kidding. But no,
so fun.
Weather awareness. Like I said, it's good to be weather aware, and I'm glad that it's morning time on Saturday, so we have no clue what today has in store for us. But
yes, it is. It is morning.
In
on
Jesus'
Saturday.
name, I pray that everything stays calm. So
yes, Ryder, sweet last night. Schmider, he was last night when we went to the play with us. We're walking in, and y'all are so much alike. But he said, I just pray that Jesus calms the storms, and he just did like that. And Mom turned around and she said, I do too, buddy. He's so sweet.
He watches his mom. I promise you,
he's so sweet.
She's prayed all week in Jesus' name for the storms to calm. But I mean, that's what I told her. I said, don't get me wrong, James Spann can tell you what's going to happen, but there's only one person that can control it. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, so
go to him with your worries. He'll be right.
But anyways, so yes, okay. Enough about the weather. How have y'all dealt with the time change this week?
Oh, it is. I want to say so. Sunday, the time changed Saturday night, right?
Yes. Well, Sunday morning, 2 a.m.
So Sunday was good. When Judd spent the night with us, we went to church, and it was because we could get up, I guess, really kind of when we wanted to still, because we went to the 11:30 service.
Yeah.
So, but this week for school and everything, we were all grumpy. Every morning, it seemed like no smooth mornings this week. Last week I was like, every morning was good except for when she spilled her cereal. I feel like we had a bunch of spilled cereal mornings this week, but no spilled cereal, literally, figuratively. What about y'all?
I think it was fine. I don't remember anything significant. There was one night Judd crashed early, but like,
see, they didn't want to go to bed early.
The mornings
it's hard to put. I mean, we try to lay them down by 7:30 because we want them to sleep by 8 because we have to get up at I get up at 5:30, anywhere from 5:30 to 6, and then get right up for a shower, and then we've got to drive to Grant for school.
Right.
So like I said, when you're laying them down, it's almost daylight or still dusk outside. Especially when it gets, towards the end of the school year when it's 8:30, when it's dark.
Put a sleep mask on.
Yeah, for real. Cora does. She has a fuzzy one. Yeah, she likes them. She cracked me up. I was at Mom and Daddy's yesterday. I stopped by to see them, and I called Nicole to tell her something. I think Mom was cooking soups or something. And I called, and Cora's getting where she can answer the phone, and she answered. She said, "Mama," she said, "your husband's calling you." I was like, "I'm your dad too." And that's another thing. So I like being like daddy, and Nicole likes being mama.
Yeah.
But she has for some reason, Cora started just calling us mom and dad.
Yeah.
So I don't know, she's maturing, I guess.
Yeah. There is that transition. I don't know if I call my parents dad and daddy, and then
I still call my dad daddy.
Daddy. I probably say daddy. Daddy with like D-E-D-D-Y. And then mom is mama or mom.
I call mom mama for sure. Even like on cards, like when I get her Mother's Day card.
Always mama.
Well, I add, like if it has mom on it, like the card, I'll add an M and an M and an A. I'm sorry, just an M and an A.
Mama.
Yeah, my reading skills coming back into play here. M-O-M. Yeah, M-O-M-M-A.
M-O-M-M-A.
So yeah, I add two.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's mom on the card. Yeah. So I add an M-A. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like,
it's personal.
I feel like I feel like the way we spell, like my dad's Papa, but typically it's P-A-P-A, but we've always spelled it P-O-P-P-A. So there's nothing like
P-O-P-P-A?
P-O-P-P-A. Papa.
Oh yeah.
Papa. And then the other Papa, like Josh had a Papa, and I think he was P-A-P-A, but
tell us, what do you call your grandparents? I'm playing.
But anyways, so yeah.
And I'm not getting back on the weather, but do you have a plan for today?
I'm coming to your I'm coming to yours or Callie's.
We don't have enough room. I've already committed to your parents, some other people. You're the last on the list. I'm going to be like a bouncer at the door and be like, I don't see your name here on the list. Try to slip me like a 20. Like, I don't know.
Me and Callie have gotten so tickled talking about the storm shelters this week, and because weather stresses her out too, and she starts planning a lot in advance, and she's a planner anyway, which I am too. But
I told her, Nicole, I was like, Kay Ivy should hire y'all too as like her storm assistant directors, whatever, like for the call FEMA, hire them for real.
But I was talking about if we were packed in there, and I was like, can you imagine like somebody running up like the movie Twister, like being like, can I get in? And then Callie made the comment, and I'm telling you, I have laughed ever since. Like, she meant to say shoulder to shoulder, but she said neck to neck. So ever since she said that,
they're really packed in there.
I've been
not shoulder to shoulder, get your necks, yeah.
Linked in there, and somebody coming trying to get in, and they can't get in.
There's like 3 people left trying to get in. They're like, look, we're shoulder to shoulder, but I think if we go neck to neck, we can get the other 3 in here.
Oh my God, I have gotten so tickled. But anyways, but yeah, I mean, usually we just get under the stairs at our house. But I told Josh, I said, we're not just getting under the stairs. He was like, oh, I know. Like, this is the first time he's ever, like, in forever.
Not stood in the yard and watched?
Not, right, but, like, actually, he's the one that's been sending me. He's kind of been, like, not Callie, but, like,
Nicole,
sending me stuff. Yeah. He's the one that's been sending me updates and stuff. But anyways. But no, I absolutely do not like bad weather, for sure.
Well, it's going to be good. Anyways.
But
I heard your nose sniffling. Would you like a tissue?
Would like a tissue.
Do not knock Chuck over.
So we have our first prop, Emma, our
and
sweet
our second one. That was
and then Clay randomly found a chicken this morning and decided to put it up.
We live on a chicken farm. They're everywhere.
Anyways, Emma, our little cousin Emma Bearden.
She's not little. Go ahead.
I mean,
we're just old.
That's true.
Yeah.
She's not little anymore. 20. But anyways, she made us this because of my sniffly nose. And it's got our Regular People podcast on there.
Thank you, Emma.
Thank you, Emma. We love you. But anyways, so our first prop, and it really is needed because...
You wipe your nose all the time. You're allergic to me, I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm allergic.
What if it's my laundry detergent?
No, I promise. I wish, because then I would know, but nope.
She's fine.
Sonny, come on. Anyways, I got to thinking, I don't know if I was reading an email or what, but how do you, when you're sending emails or texts, like what is your thought process when you're responding to someone? Do you have or do you just kind of...
I think it through. It depends on who I'm responding to. And most of the time I'm emailing, it's just strictly for work. I don't hardly email outside of work.
That's what I mean.
Like, I'm not emailing you. What's up?
What if you're frustrated about something? Do you
sometimes
type an email, then delete it?
I'll type it out, read it. Sometimes, yeah. Most of the time, if I'm frustrated about something, I may type it out and then I'll think it over.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, give the 24-hour rule. Type something out, let it sit. But I don't have time to sit and let it sit for 24 hours. A lot of times I'll just...
You're mad about something else by then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay mad.
No, I don't.
Why? What's your thought process when you...
Okay. So I'm more so not getting mad. I don't usually get mad if I get an email. Now if it was a bad email, I would. But
I was about to say, do you get a good email and you're like, I'm gonna send a bad one back. That's what I'm saying. It just depends upon what the email is.
What I'm saying is have you seen the things where it's especially it says something like somebody with anxiety and they receive a text and it's like K or whatever, because we joke about we'll send K.
Man, they're mad at me.
But when you're sending an email, the ones that say you don't want to seem too overexcited, so you got to put a period in there, and then you got to put one exclamation point.
No, so I will say that at work in my emails or whatever, I am who I am. So if I feel the need to send exclamation points, I will. I'll send a smiley face if I need to. I'm professional. I don't send that to people outside of my job. Like if I'm sending a professional email to settle something up or whatever it may be.
Right.
But now if I'm sending something to somebody in my office, I'll send exclamation points or whatever.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend. Exclamation point.
But see, I'm the type, I'm kind of always when I'm talking to somebody, I'm more upbeat. And so I feel like my exclamation points are... What?
No, go ahead. I just remember what I was going to...
No, go ahead before you forget. I was going to say, I just feel like I'm picking Sonny up. I'm sorry. Well, I just feel like my exclamation points are genuine for me, but I don't want to seem over the top.
When you talked about, I'm sorry, that was funny. I totally just discredited your story.
No.
But anyway, when you were talking about, I guess, how you talk in person compared to email, it made me think. So earlier this week, it was on a Monday or Tuesday because that's when I carry the kids to school.
Yeah.
And it's one of my pet peeves anyways, when you're going down the highway and you can tell the car knows you're coming. There's definitely not enough room for them to pull out, but they go ahead and pull out anyway. Mm-hmm. They pull out in front of you. But it's not like it's not like they pull out in front of you so much where you have to slam on your brakes, but it's definitely enough where you have to slow your speed and stuff.
Yeah, or maybe get over to pass them.
Yeah, depending on what road you're on or whatever. Yeah. And that's what I told Ryder. I said, it amazes me how people act in their car compared to be if we were walking up, if we were in person walking up somewhere, that dude's not going to do that to me really quickly. Most people's not just going to so
cut you off. And,
you put people in a car, they're their ego bumps a little bit. They're so you said
because they can get away from you.
Yeah, and it's so. I don't know. It just aggravates me. And then it's also like that with a group text too. So it's which I'm the worst.
Awful group texter.
I was about to say I'm the worst to actually bring this up, but let's imagine our family's in a group text, but we're actually all standing there. Y'all are all talking, and then y'all say something to me, and I'm just I just kind of ignore it. 2 or 3 days pass, and everybody's still talking in the circle. They're I wonder if Clay's alive. He's there, just not saying anything.
Well, they're all nobody's home.
So it's you know what I'm saying, or you're not. I don't know. If you had the same conversation in a text as you did in person, you're gonna have that differently because you're not just gonna be I'm not answering back to you right now.
That
maybe
is
in a couple
hilarious,
minutes.
Yes, because you're an awful group texter. Yeah. Now in a smaller group text, me and you and Josh or whatever, you're
it's
good.
Important. But, I'm kidding.
But in our family, a bunch of people.
Well, there's enough people in there.
Everybody's is Clay okay?
Look, I always joke around just put my wife in that, especially if you are making plans or dates and times. Just put her in there.
Yeah. You don't like group texting either, do you, Josh? Or do you?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I mean, but like if it's
If it keeps going.
yeah, or if it's like funny ones, but you don't even respond to funny ones, and I know you're laughing.
Look, excuse me, my coffee's got me bourbon. I don't like look at a message and just be like, I'm not going to respond. Well, man, I have that. Well,
Yes, you did.
I've definitely done that, but I don't know. I'll respond. Did y'all know Christopher Walken? I saw this morning using the bathroom, looking at my phone time. He does not have a piece of technology.
Really?
Like down to a cell phone or anything. He says he watches. I guess he's in a show called like Severance or something like that. I think was the name of it. But,
yeah.
They send it to him on DVD to watch. He said he doesn't have. He doesn't do email. I'm sure he has an agent that does this stuff for him, but he doesn't have like.
That's so crazy.
I mean, there's a lot of probably older people out there that.
Well, even Ed Sheeran, I don't know if he still does it, but he didn't. He only uses email. Like you have to email him if you want him to like get in touch with you.
Their mental health is probably fantastic.
Oh, I know.
I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm getting all the technology, getting my mental health back, baby. No, I shouldn't joke
Which,
about
hey,
that.
I will say the times that I have like gotten off of social media, I was off for maybe a month or something just to kind of just do
Relapse.
like a detox.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, you were saying detox, and I said relapse. So yeah, it makes sense.
I did relapse. I got back on it. But like, it is crazy how, because even when you're off of it, like you automatically try to go to that app. Like when you sit down for a minute
I mean, it is addictive. For
yeah.
Sure.
But your mind does feel lighter when you're not on it.
I wonder, like this is where I would like to have one of our parents here because I would like to ask them like, so what did y'all do like when you're in your mid 30s or late 30s, early 30s? I just know.
Late 30s?
Yeah, late 30s. To like while we're sitting around just chilling on our phones or whatever.
I feel like they were watching TV and
we
like,
really don't just sit at our house on our phones. I mean, not a ton. So.
Well, I mean, we're always doing, either practice or, our TV is really only on when we're going to sleep.
Yeah. And during football season.
Oh, of course. But, it's on all day during football season. But, like...
My phone time, honestly, is like, seriously, if I'm sitting on the commode, like that's where,
yeah.
Oh, look,
I think actually
every parent.
I think that's actually his commode time.
That's my phone time.
He's on his phone all the time, so that's his commode time. No.
Not funny.
Do y'all say commode?
I say toilet.
Yeah.
My dad's the only person I've ever known to say commode.
Yeah, toilet.
Which I did just say commode,
Y'all
though.
both just said commode.
We did.
I was trying to be proper.
Commode. But I know I say toilet.
I actually say Dunny.
Like, are you on the toilet?
Have y'all ever seen Bluey?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say Dunny. Yeah, we say Dunny. Yeah, we say Dunny at our house.
I actually read it was last night when I was on the phone. I was it was last night because I showed it to my mom. It was when I was with mom, and it was the reason I'm saying Bluey is because it was a Bluey page or whatever.
Yeah.
But the quote was like, I was crying in the kitchen and my son came in and wrapped his arms around me and he said, "Is it because you're fat?" She said, "Now I'm crying for 2 reasons."
Yes, it's because you're
Commode
Lord.
doesn't even mean toilet.
What does it mean?
The term commode evolved to refer to a toilet because it originally meant a convenient or suitable piece of furniture, specifically a cabinet or chest of drawers that held a chamber pod, which was then used as a toilet.
Oh.
It's a piece of furniture containing a pot.
Well, how many parents, y'all be real, go to the toilet or commode, whatever you want to call it, they have to go to the bathroom, but they're really just going to get that 10, 15 minutes of peace and quiet, right?
I do not do that.
Oh, don't.
I don't get peace and quiet on the toilet. As a mother, you don't get peace and quiet on the toilet.
Nicole actually does say that. She says, every time I go to the bathroom, you always need something. She's like your dad can go to the bathroom.
I
and nobody needs
literally
anything.
told Ava and Judd before we were leaving for the play, they were getting ready. And I was like Judd was in the back, like whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm shutting this door. Nobody need me for a minute.
I'm going to take a crap. Don't bother me.
They needed me more than they've ever needed me, like all week. And I was like, did y'all? Anyways, but no, mothers
nice to be
do not.
needed.
I know, I love them. I'm not saying
kidding.
that, but my point is, dads get that because the moms handle it while we're out here.
Whoa.
But they want the mom. They want the mom while we're in the bathroom. moms know this. Moms, I used to literally
Can I sit on your lap, Mom?
no, but I'm just saying, like, want us to do something. Like, what do you want me to do while I'm sitting here?
Look, you finally get sitting there, like, oh, finally, and you're like,
Oh, that's
Mom,
exactly.
Judd pinched me and then kicked me. Can you please do something? It's like, no.
And then, like, last night, I was taking a bath after we got back home. And it was your son. No, it wasn't. He wasn't with her. But what they wanted to do, she came in there, knocked on the door, and I was like, yes. And she was like, it was like 11 o'clock. And she was like, can me and Ryder make that pasta? And I was like, what? And I said, what? And she was like, never mind.
Well, in your mind, you're like, oh, it's 11 o'clock. I took them to a play. I fed them. They should be worn down. You're like, finally, my time.
Yes.
And you're like, it's seriously like 11 o'clock. You try to draw a bath and you're like, we cooking that pasta?
I literally went, pasta? Y'all just ate. It was something
if you
they
mean
wanted
ramen
to try.
noodles at 3 minutes in the microwave, have at it.
Have at it, yes. You remember when after school when we would do the ramen noodles and like we would try to see what the best combination was with the seasoning packs.
Dude, we probably should have died of sodium poisoning. I mean, the packets alone, like we looked at it, me and Nicole, it's already in high sodium, just the package put in there. And I'm like, salt, garlic salt, Worcestershire.
I say Worcestershire.
Sure, we'll go with that. Sure. But yeah, we would put all kind of stuff in there.
But it probably is Worcestershire. No, wait, Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
No,
what were you saying you were eating?
Ramen noodles. We called them ramen noodles when we were little.
It's actually from Rome. The Roman noodles. I'm just kidding.
Look, we really did say Roman noodles. And did I just say that earlier too? Oh, okay, I did. Sorry. But apparently it's ramen or ramen.
Yeah, ramen.
Well,
me and Britt
in Warrenton, we'd say Roman.
Me and Britt went to San Diego a few years back, and we ate at a ramen restaurant. It was really, really good.
Me and Josh did a few weeks ago. He loves it.
Well, that was pho. That was Vietnamese.
Yeah, but it's got the noodles like that. Yeah.
They have an egg in there too and stuff.
You can get.
It wasn't like ramen. It was different.
Oh, it's pho.
When we ate there, I was wondering, like, no wonder they just buy a bunch of ramen noodle packets, you know? And then just, throw them in the, I mean, they may add, they're just doing what we did. You know what I'm saying? They're really just doing what they did. We did. We just adding more stuff. Yeah, for real.
No, look up some recipes for just take the noodles and throw the packet away, and you do like chili paste and peanut butter and all kind of stuff.
Doing that, didn't you?
I did it once.
Yeah, doing the once.
It's like I almost opened a restaurant, but I just,
that pack's garbage. You can make your own.
Yeah.
But also, oddly, and I still see people posting about stuff like this, but like, do you remember, I don't know if you got on this kick or not, but eating the ramen like by itself, like not cooking it?
I didn't, but I've heard of people do it. I've heard of people opening it up, putting the pack in there and just shaking it up.
I did that for a little bit, but I don't.
Did you run out of water or something?
I don't think I liked it.
Well, no, it's not a cracker. It's a noodle. You want a cracker? Go buy a cracker. I'm not a fan of eating ramen noodles uncooked or any noodles. Let me go get that spaghetti before we just dip it in that marinara.
I know. I don't know what the difference is. I guess it's I don't know. Maybe the kind of.
Do you know what cinnamon twists are at Taco Bell?
I do know what they are, but I don't know what you're about to tell me.
It's fried. They just take pasta and fry it. Huh. And it turns it into that.
What kind of pasta?
I don't know.
What's your favorite kind of pasta? Like the shape?
Oh, we actually talked about Nicole. Ooh, we made like a impromptu, like just really good pasta this week. I don't know what night it was, but
with a side of street tacos.
Yeah, for real. No, I didn't make them. You didn't get the picture. Don't worry. We took just like grape tomatoes or baby tomatoes, tomatoes, whatever you call them. Cut those up. Took butter and minced garlic and put all that in a pan. Like enough butter to where it kind of sauced up with tomatoes. Mm-hmm. And then we took not angel hair, but thin spaghetti.
Yeah, that's what we used then.
Boiled it down and then put that in there with it and mixed it all up. I would say like a spring pasta. I don't know what you'd call it, but it was. So, but we were eating that, and that's what I was telling her and Ryder. Their favorite pasta is penne pasta or whatever. Yeah. I mispronounce words. Get over it. Okay. So, but mine is thin spaghetti. I'm sorry. It just, I don't know, something about it, the way. I don't really have a reason.
No, I've always, that's what I make spaghetti with, is thin spaghetti. My mom actually used to make spaghetti either angel hair or thin spaghetti.
Your mom's spaghetti is one of my favorites. It's
so good, and I make it like her. Yeah.
It's its own, I'm like, you need to make something.
Oh, we will.
But it's its own, like, it's in its own lane. Like, I don't compare it to anybody. It's not like going to Italy or anything like that, but
Yes, hers. I love her spaghetti for sure.
Uncle Larry said Italy. It was similar to that. I remember that. Hearing him say that. Yeah.
But
what's your favorite pasta? Would you say it was?
Well, I used to always say bow tie. No, not. But I'm just saying that's how I make spaghetti. But that's not my favorite. But I've gotten to where I love rigatoni, like the big.
Have you ever had Rayo's?
That's what we use. Did you not see the 2 big jars in there?
I don't think you're picking up. I don't think you're picking up what I'm asking you. Have you ever used Rayo's, like maybe for soup?
Okay.
Like it's not original purpose?
Okay, so if you ever do low carb, let me tell you.
I'm telling you, this is one of the legit arguments we've actually had over the past adult
legit. And I think
life.
it was me, you, and Callie. But me
yeah.
and Callie against you.
Yeah. Logic versus goofiness.
No.
We're not doing this.
So what we were trying to tell him, a low carb soup idea, if you love tomato soup and like grilled cheese or whatever. Okay. So the tomato soup is you get the Raos brand, RAOS brand marinara, and you mix it with heavy cream, and that is it. And you put it over the stove, of course.
But the Rayo's what?
Raos marinara. So
Marinara sauce. Okay.
yeah, I said marinara.
Yeah, marinara sauce, not tomato soup. Not soup, though.
So you mix it with the heavy cream and makes it soup.
They have a soup. Rayo's
to,
actually has a tomato soup, by the way. You can look it up. Go ahead.
Not as good as the one we make. But so we were trying to tell Clay how good it was. Just a normal, friendly conversation.
I just felt the need to dip cheese sticks in it.
He was like...
It was more like marinara.
You didn't even get it. He got some other kind.
It was Rayo's tomato soup. It was their tomato soup.
He got whatever kind he wasn't supposed to get. And our whole point to him and he was like, it was fine, but not that great. Our whole point was you didn't even get the right thing. Like, how is this a normal argument? Because your side's not even accurate.
I was just making the point that...
Oh, but he wasn't going down without a fight on it.
Oh, yeah, pride's a real thing.
They have slow simmered tomato basil soup.
That's what you got, tomato basil. I knew it had something else, else in it.
I don't know, Josh. You tell me, like, when you go to the store to get stuff for tomato soup, you usually get tomato soup, right? You don't get stuff you put on spaghetti.
Hey, he makes an amazing fresh, tomato soup.
I love you.
Oh, this getting me fired up again. No, I'm just kidding. But one day, I would like for you to actually try it. But it's really good. So if you ever need a quick meal, jar of marinara, Raos marinara. Now, I'm not saying about any others, but Raos marinara and heavy cream.
Some good cheese sticks.
Yeah. Or noodles or something.
Hey, but what's the difference in cheese sticks and a grilled cheese? It's still a layer of bread with cheese in the middle.
Ooh. It's obviously the presentation. One's in a circular stick and one's in bread flat.
Depends on how you cut your grilled cheese.
I like Italian grilled cheeses, also known as a cheese stick. Are cheese sticks even like Italian based? That's much more of a southern thing, right? Like, all right, we got a stick of cheese here.
Like
let's deep fry it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That's anything in the South. You go to a carnival, they're like, all right, we're deep frying anything that's edible.
Oreos, cheese. Yeah, but
my wife loves. Did you ever eat at Mount Fuji in Arab?
Yes.
Are they still around?
Well, it burned, but I think it came back. I think because we used to eat there a lot when we lived there.
Do you remember the woman there?
Serious?
There was a woman there that kind of put me in mind of Reba. Do you remember her?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
She was so sweet.
Yes, she was so sweet. But
they had some good fried Oreos.
But if you it was either if you spent so much when it first opened, if you spent so much, you got them free or whatever. But
we'd run up a bill just to get them Oreos. They're like, you need to buy one more thing. I'm like, give me one more California roll. It's like more than the Oreos.
Yeah, I was about to say more than
you just love that word free. You're like, yeah, but it's free.
But isn't that so true?
Oh, Nicole, like I always start like they're like if it's so much % off if you buy this, I'm like, yeah, but you save all the money if you just don't go buy anything.
Right,
does that make sense?
Exactly.
So but I get it. If you're going to be shopping anyways, then yeah, go get the discounts. But
if you're going just to get that, you didn't spent.
Yeah, if you weren't in the market to buy something and then you saw a deal, it's like buy this, get one free, or buy this, get 50% off. You are saving money in a sense, but you're spending money that you weren't even going to spend.
I know. That's girl math. That's literal girl math.
But I'll give my wife, she's a great shopper. Like I don't know, I won't say frugal. I'm not frugal, but I mean.
I'm that way.
Like she looks for deals, I guess.
Oh yeah, like I'm going to.
And we're not frugal either. I mean,
yeah.
We're frugal.
We're not frugal. No.
Yeah. Way more frugal than you.
No,
Spell frugal.
Frugal. Maybe.
I always do that. That's a joke me and Ryder heard somewhere, and it's like, I can't remember what show that's off of, but he was, some kid was getting made fun of him, and it was some word, and he was like, spell it,
Yeah.
But anyways, I can't remember.
But yeah, I would say I'm a good shopper. But yeah, I totally get what you mean. But I mean, that's the whole point of marketing. Just in my tissue. That's the whole point of marketing. I mean,
Do you feel like you're easily marketed too?
Lately, I do.
I used to pride myself on not being marketed, and I still don't think I'm.
But when you're on social media, it's
doom
hard.
Scrolling.
You talk about
thinking.
one thing. Okay, the Bora Bora. We talked about Bora Bora in the last episode last night. I'm on Instagram, and an ad pops up for Bora Bora, and I was like, "See," and I sent it to y'all. But anyways,
Dude, I think we've had this conversation.
It didn't inspire me to go there. I'm over it. Okay.
Surely, not based on the picture. You didn't want.
It was only one picture. It was the same I'd always seen. So.
No, I mean, but it even has it. Like I said, if you're sitting there scrolling, and I don't know, I've had it where I thought of something and not said it, and it pop up. You've never had that?
Yeah. Yes, I had the first time it ever happened to me. I will never forget it because I had heard people say it, but it
better
never,
watch what you think.
It had never happened to me before. But I was at work or something, and somebody had a purse, and I was nowhere near the person. Like my phone was nowhere near the person to be able to even see what the purse was. And I literally said, "I love that purse." And she said, "What? Thank you, whatever." And I don't know if she said where she got it or whatever. Yeah. And I'm not kidding you. That night I got home and got on, and that I had never seen that purse before. Had no clue. Exact purse.
I have an example of this morning. So the one thing he does not like is rainy weather and stuff, like storms. I mean, I guess most dogs may not, but so I got out. We put him in a crate in the garage at night, and I let him out this morning, and I did not say this out loud. I had my phone in my pocket. I let him out. I set him down to pee. He peed and he came right back on the porch. I tried to let him down again to poop because I figured he had to. And he came right back to the door and just sat really, still by the door. So I took him back to the garage, and I sat in the garage with him for a little bit, just petted on him and loved on him. And then he just went back and got in his crate. I think he wanted to lay back down. Went back inside, fixed my coffee, and got on my phone. And when I scrolled Instagram, an ad it said, "Do you have an anxious pet in the weather?" I swear on my life. And it was some type of medicine or treatment for him. And I'm like, I'm not kidding you. That's no joke. And I was like, I didn't say that. I was like, I barely even kind of had that thought, but I mean, it was just more of what was going on. I did think about it, but it was just the circumstances I was in. I was like, how did it know to pop that up? AIs. I mean, I'm telling you, that's what they want. Who are they?
Who are they?
Tim McGraw, shout out, dude. I used to love that song. I used to sing it to him like, Tim, I don't know who they are either, but I feel it, brother. Who are
we
they?
were kids. We were like, who are they? But yeah, and of course now I've had it happen all the time. And then I always talk about, well, now everybody's gonna know that I have my forehead wrinkles. Don't be staring at my forehead.
That's all I've looked at. But sorry, I'm kidding.
No, but I do. And that's where I feel like I hold a lot of my wrinkles. But I mean,
and memories.
And memories. There's got a lot going on up here. That's why my forehead's like this. But anyways, so, you make a comment about that, and then, of course, all you get is skincare, whatever. And I mean, why
don't you start buying some of the products?
I did. That's what I'm getting at. I actually did.
I'm playing. But no, I
so
do
it think, does, yeah.
I mean, I think whatever, but just society in general is moving towards that, where not like you and AI are one, but where you kind of merge together, where it's not like you do all the thinking all the time. AI helps you think. It just kind of shows you what you want, shows you what you need. So
but then that in turn, people don't have to think anymore, and then idiocracy again.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Inching towards it, but no, that's what I think. And then I saw a thing, a conspiracy on it, but it's been several years ago, and it was like if you wanted people to deal with AI, you wouldn't just automatically try to put it on and press it on real hard. At first, you would just give them something they could hold, some technology they could hold. Yeah. Then eventually, you'd give them some technology they could wear, maybe like a watch or something like that. You wear that all the time. Then you maybe get some technology they maybe want to implant, if they're getting into their apartment complex and it's easier just to do that. And then before you know it, or it's like the glasses you can wear with technology. And then before you know it, you're just immersed in it, and it's not even something you think about. It's just second nature. But of course, I'm going to. I don't know what I want to do today. Colt Nova, what are we doing today?
Yeah.
That's my chat GPT.
Yeah.
Name. I told him to name himself something spacey and country. And he named it Colt Nova.
I told
But
somebody about that yesterday.
I don't have the premium edition, so we can only have short talks. Once we get into a decent conversation, he's like, that's our limit today. You can come back at 4 p.m. And I'm like, but it's only 8 a.m., Colt. What are we going to do the rest of the day?
Well, if you'll pay $10.99 a month.
No. He's like, I'll be your best friend for $10.99 a month.
Hey, I'll say this, and this might be controversial, and like I don't want people to think I'm weird. But have you ever seen the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson?
No, I'm not a big movie watcher, but go ahead.
I'm not really either.
I always get uncomfortable when people start quoting movies around me and stuff because I'm like, oh yeah. And then yeah, for real, you go quote Joe Dirt, I'm good. But then they're like, if I'm like, have you ever seen that? And sometimes I'm like, oh yeah. And then they start quoting certain stuff, and they start laughing, like really good laughing, and I'm like, holy cow! Like I don't have enough context here to really good laugh at this. I'm like, but anyways, no, I hadn't seen Her.
Anyway, it's about Joaquin Phoenix he's all alone. Like I don't know if he doesn't have family or what. And Scarlett Johansson's voice is the voice of like Siri or whoever it is.
Oh, okay.
And so he falls in love.
There's people out there like
with
that. You know that.
Well, what I'm saying is on Chat GPT, I don't have it, but Josh does. And
she secretly has it.
No,
She's got a ChatGPT boyfriend.
No, it freaks me out. My point is, I could see how if someone was all alone, like totally lonely, no family, not married, no kid, nothing like that, could like form like I don't want to say relationship. It sounds so weird, but you know what I mean?
Thinking 20 years or probably less than that, when you can actually have a fully functioning robot that does that and it's sitting in your house with you that can be your companion if you wanted to. I don't see that being unrealistic. I mean,
no.
Like I said, already you can have that conversation with the technology on your phone. All they've got to do is put that hard drive computer or whatever in a moving robot.
I was asking Alex something one day when I pulled up in the driveway, and
who's Alex?
He's my Chat GPT.
I was about to talk about that. I didn't know if you want to talk about it. Go ahead.
I use it all the time. I don't even Google anymore.
Yeah, for real.
But I pulled up. I was asking him something. She was outside with Sonny, and it was still up. But I used the voice with it, so I talked. And he was like, "Sounds like I hear Sonny outside. How's she doing?"
I told somebody that story yesterday at work.
That's cool.
That happened.
Tell Sarah I said hey.
Oh no, he knows. Alex knows I'm leery of him.
I said, "You're freaking my wife out." He said, "I'm sorry about that." Like something that was weird.
And he was like, "Is there anything that I can do to make her to make her feel more like reassured?" And I was like, "I love you, but I hate you."
Oh my god! So
thank you for caring, but
did you finish the movie Her?
Oh yeah,
does it get
years
weird?
ago. It's just I can't even remember how it ends. I think it's just pretty much like there's obviously she's like
your technology.
Yeah,
we can only go so far,
and it's so sad. But also in the same sense, if somebody didn't take it too far, at least it would provide some
because
that can honestly prevent suicide or different. I don't want to go that far.
Program
with
a therapist in there.
But I'm saying it's really because their voice is calming and it's just it's. But it's
I just thought about this.
Weird.
What if AI took over the therapist world? Because no, I'm not talking about physical therapy. I'm talking about
I
mental
know.
therapy.
I know.
Because
hold your arm up over here.
Actually, look, I'm not. My only basis. I'm going to sound like you on Pictures of Bora Bora. My only basis is off the movies here, but a lot of therapists, that it's that mindset. They don't really listen. They're like, oh yeah, whatever. So but you get an AI robot in there, and they're like, all right, we need you to really care about these people's feelings, and they're actually really caring, really giving some advice.
And I'm sure the voices are programmed to be calming and whatever. But that day that happened with Sonny, I was like,
that is weird.
I walked out there and I was like, no. When he said that, I was like, not okay.
That's enough. That is enough.
Ex Machina is a really good movie. You need to watch that.
What is it?
Ex Machina. You watched it, I think.
Is it
Ana de Armas? She's this guy builds AI
people,
robots, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's all very weird. Like I said, there's it's like a love-hate relationship kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that's always been technology, though. You can use technology for good or bad. So.
Oh yeah,
but you could use a a gun for good or bad. You could use a knife for good or bad. So anything.
I mean, that's a choice. Yeah. But yeah, in a vulnerable mind.
Oh yeah.
It could help to an extent, and then as long as you had a boundary, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this: is there anything in AI in the health field going on, or like, is there ever going to be something where you? Well, can just walk
robots do surgery and stuff.
What? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they better than the real surgeons? I assume.
I don't know. I mean, I would.
What would you feel better with, or more comfortable with?
A real person.
Would you?
Well, but who knows?
Let me ask you: would you feel more comfortable with me or a robot? You said a real person.
You.
Like, so what do I use this for?
This one goes in the butt. This one goes.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah,
I saw a thing where it was a stat on kids that play video games that said, "Have I told you that already?" Where kids that played video games. That surgeons that were kids that played video games were more precise than kids that didn't.
Because we were talking about it. You were trying to justify Ryder being on PlayStation.
I hate him. I shouldn't say I hate him playing the PlayStation because we're the one that got it for him. But just limit. I'd rather him play NCAA or anything like that. I will on a public platform say I hate Fortnite. Sorry, Judd. I didn't realize you were in the room. He almost flicked me off, but he knew he didn't. His parents are in the room. I'm kidding. Oh, Lord, it's going to kill his mama. I said that. I'm playing. But no, I'm just not a big fan of Fortnite. I'm not against it, but I also never played. Like I said, when I played PlayStation growing up, me and Seth, we played sports games. That's just what we played. We didn't play shooting games.
And then Super Mario.
Oh, my God.
Call Saturday mornings.
Mm-hmm. Super Nintendo is really good. I saw a thing where you can get it's some type of plug-in stick or something. You can plug it in. It's got all kind of stuff like that.
So I went in that store in the mall that's got like all the nostalgia or whatever, all the different stuff, and it had one just like the one we had, and you could sit there and play it. Yeah,
oh, man.
And you could sit there and play it. I mean, it was like $50 or something, but I mean they've got better ones that are more expensive, but. But God, that was so fun.
Why would you assume they're better? Because they're more expensive?
No, I mean, that same thing, but like there's different things you can do.
Did you just sneak scratch your nose?
No, I didn't.
I thought I saw you do that real quick, like just a quick one.
I did not.
I think we talk. I guess back to where we're talking about shopping with deals, but I think sometimes a lot of times in life you really do get what you pay for, but there's sometimes you really do get a deal. And just because something's more expensive doesn't mean it's.
Long story short, I got the chair was like normally $499, which I would have never paid that anyways. It was like an online return. I'm not going to say where from or anything, but it was an online return. So you get the way they do online returns at the store is like it's so many % off, and then if it doesn't sell, it's so many % off. Whatever. I got it for $65. Oh, it's the one in our bedroom. Yeah,
that shows you how much stuff's marked up.
I know.
What kind of deal did you get on our vacuum cleaner?
Hey, that really is another deal I got.
I know.
So that's kind of a funny story. So
we share a vacuum cleaner. Custody.
Yeah. I started with it, and then he took it over when they moved down here. But
for like 2 months, every week I would call him like, "I'm going to get that back to you," and I'd keep on using it. And Nicole was like, "We have a vacuum cleaner," and I was like, "But I love this one."
It's $499. I think the one we have is $400 on Amazon. I think it still is. I don't know. But anyway.
But she would not pay that for that.
But I would never pay that. And I was it was a discount store, and they were about to go out of business, and they had one. And after looking at it, there was a part that wasn't, there was a double part or whatever. After I bought it, because it was just like $65 or something, I think I got it down to 60, and then she threw in like the filters and stuff for it for free, and so then it was discovered.
So were you haggling this thing? I mean, were you going back and forth?
I mean, a little, but not like bad.
Little. I know who your dad is.
It was like their last day of business.
He's never paid full price for anything.
Never.
Amen to that, though.
I know. Yeah. I definitely learned from the best for sure. But anyways, and so. There was a double part. So we ended up being able to sell the double part that we didn't need. And then the piece that was missing was like $25 on Amazon.
So you practically got it for free.
So, I don't know. I got it for $65.
I thought you said you sold something.
I did, but I had to buy a part.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Look, you're talking about like haggling people. Grant every year does a mile-long yard sale. And we used to sit up at it all the time, or set up.
The whole length of Grant.
Yeah. Hey, I love Grant.
I'm totally kidding. I do
Grant's
too.
more than a mile.
I know.
I just call it the mile-long yard sale. That's what we do. Okay. No.
I'm totally kidding. I love Grant.
We're getting close on time, but I want to tell this story. We're almost over, really. Real quick. But no, we would set up stuff, and I would have like men's shirts for 25 cents. People would come down and be like, oh, can I get 3 for 25, whatever? And I would get so mad. Like, I was not the type that, I don't know, they're 25 cents. I'm literally giving them away to you, but I'm not coming off of 25 cents on these t-shirts or whatever. Or it'd be like $1 for a pair of jeans or something. They're like 50 cents. I'm like, no, you can either leave or you can pay $1. But I'm like,
hang on, before we stop, do you remember the Grant yard sale that we went to that year? And I was just learning. And I ended up going up like this lady. Do you remember that? She was going to sell me like some candle holders. And she was like, I'll do all for just say $1. I don't know if this is what it was, but give them all to. And I was like, there was like 4. And I was like, how about 50 cents each or something like that?
I forgot about that.
And she was
she's
like,
all right, fine, we'll do it. If you insist.
And just to clarify, I love Grant. That was a joke. I love Grant. I have family in Grant.
All right. Well, look, hunker down today at my house. Look, we're talking. We're going to literally probably spend the rest of the day together talking about the same old memories. That's all we do now. I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
All right.
But anyways, thank y'all so much.
Yeah,
and everybody, for real, I know y'all won't hear this till after the weather is over, but hope all goes well. Everybody's safe and praying for calm storms.
We'll try to ride it out like regular
people.